you loud in my face. People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Baltimore Ravens.
Let's go!
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Prescott from the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Randy Gregory able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by Roberts. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Here's Elliott. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. And don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Elliott. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Ravens' 4-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Prescott on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. He may try and fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down now, it's Hill. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 84 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the 2nd quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own 22.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Dills. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Okay, now I want to revisit what we were doing earlier, contender versus pretender. We did the AFC. Let's rock the NFC here. Starting with the New York Giants.
Pretender, but much improved.
Okay, NFC North, how about the Vikings?
Contender, no doubt about it.
Carolina in the South, what do you think there?
Contender and ascending.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Ravens 14. Cowboys nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right?
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. To try again after the sack. Prescott, and an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And a big loss here as he's taken down. From the corner, Jimmy Smith blitzes for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the...
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. He goes 67 yards on the punt return as the Ravens push further out in front. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott caught by Cobb. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
It's just me and you. Hey, kill. What he says,
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Check. Here we go, going to 54, right here. Here we go, 47.
Check 99. Show her that. 57's the mark.
26.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Let's go now. 18 data. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
They go play action here on first down. This is caught. A good pickup there of 20 yards. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson as the first half is winding down. As the Ravens push further out in front.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Jackson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
That's complete to Kyle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. A first down carry by Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second down.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. 10th carry now for Elliott. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Ooh.